Hey there, Hofstra fans, and welcome to another edition of the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mark Weiner, joined by John Russo, the head coach of Hofstra Pride Baseball. Coach, how's it going?
Mark, good to have me. Thank you.
Let's go through the Longwood series, an 0-3 weekend for you guys, but let's just go game by game. First game of a doubleheader on Saturday, 2-0. You guys lose. 2 earned runs given up by Al Geisenberg, though. He was fantastic throughout the entire game, and that was the difference.
Yeah, Alec pitched great. Really got a tough luck loss. Had bases loaded there, and we made an error with the bases loaded, and probably would have been a double play ball to get him out of the inning. And thought he had great stuff. I thought he pitched really well. It's what we need on a Game 1 starter. And Alec has pitched really well here in the preseason, before conference starting, and get him another outing this weekend to start against Ohio State, and hope he can continue doing what he's doing.
Then in the nightcap of that Saturday doubleheader, 4-3 in 12 innings, you guys fall. Just talk about that game.
We were winning 1-0 early, and I thought Chris Weiss had as good a stuff as he's had all year. Really another good performance coming off a little rough performance against Coppin State. He had a tough luck situation happen. He had to come out of the game. David Jesh came in, and gave up a 2 outs, bases loaded double, and we came back, score in the ninth to tie it, and then got a really strong performance from Adam Heidenfelder, and went 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, had as good a stuff as probably since he's been here, and I think if we can take anything from the game, we got to hope that Adam can continue on what he's pretty much done in the last 2 outings.
Finally on Sunday, 6-5, you guys come back in the 9th inning, then they walk off in the bottom of the 9th. Just what do you take away from that outing?
It's the second game in a row. We came back in the 9th. I think that shows a lot. Big leadoff home run in the 9th by Nick Batari to tie it, and then Teddy, who'd struggled a little bit throughout the weekend, gets a left-on-left matchup against a kid that had a 0 ERA coming into the game, and was able to leave the yard to put us up. And got to tip your cap to Longwood. John Rooney's been as good a pitcher as we've had all year, and had good stuff that day, and gave up back-to-back hits to their 2 and 3 hole, and then 4 hole gets them to double the center field to knock in the 2 runs to lose the game. So, I think we played well the whole weekend. I didn't like us with runners in scoring position on the offensive side. I thought we had a lot of base runners and never really get a big hit throughout the weekend, except for David's hit in the ninth. But, a break or 2 either way, I think we could sweep the weekend or definitely win the weekend.
A couple of midweek games this week, Fairleigh Dickinson, then home against Fordham. First of all, finally at University Field, the home opener, after obviously you want to get away from the bad weather up north. What does it mean to finally play at home?
It's super exciting. We're excited to be home, but first today we have Fairleigh Dickinson, and they're coming off a 4-game sweep this weekend, so it'll be a super tough performance, and we need a good performance from Chris Bonk today. That's the bottom line fact, and hopefully Chris can get us 5-6 innings, and then we should be okay if he were able to do that. And then to be at home tomorrow. We 15 games on the road, I think, to start the season, and then again away this weekend against Ohio State, and then still 2 more conference weekends to open up on the road. And it's getting a little tiring being on the road so much, but like you said, we have to try to avoid the weather, and last year we went 3 weeks without playing, so it certainly beats not playing.
You mentioned the Ohio State series this weekend. Obviously always fun to go play a team like Ohio State. What does it mean to your program to be able to go out there and see the campus and all that, and then what do you see in the Buckeyes?
Well, the Buckeyes is, a tradition program, football, basketball, baseball, and to go to see the facilities is a big thing for all of us, and go there and play. And, we were checking them out the last 2 days, getting ready a little bit for the weekend, and, the one thing they can really do, probably at a better level than anybody we've seen so far, is pitch. They got like a 3.5 ERA and 140 strikeouts and 30 walks, almost 5-1, strikeouts to walks, so they're going to be able to really pitch the ball. And, we expect a tough weekend, but it was kind of what we were looking for. We wanted a CAA upper tier opponent, before we get started in CAA play and see where we're at.
5 games this week for the Hofstra Pride Baseball program. John Russo, thanks for the time.
Hey, Mark, thanks for having me.
This has been the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.